think that one, knowing it is like holding a nuke in your pocket every day until people know the Gambit's gonna die. Like that was a thing, and it's like, yo, this is weighing heavy on my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta hold this entire time, and knowing that like people could react one way or the other. Having that, having it play out in the best possible way, it is amazing. And I would say that, and then of course the reveal of Bastion, like exploring a character that we have not seen yet, and in any kind of adaptation outside of the comic books, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, and Nimrod has always been such a cool character to me, and just very terrifying, and representation of like what the future could be, as well as like the dangers of hate and extremism.
Hi, me and Chase. How are you both doing?
Good.
We're good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thank you so much for taking your time with us today, and thank you for such an amazing show, because we clearly are fans, and we are absolutely in love with the work you've done.
Thank you. We're fans too, so we're honestly just happy that then other fans are also happy.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Chase, I don't want to scare you, but you have Magneto just right behind you, so just be careful.
This is how I appear in meetings whenever people need things from me, as far as deadlines are concerned. It's like, but do you really need that right now?
Chase was right. Chase was right. That's what you said, right?
You guys just must be feeling just pure elation that you could finally talk about everything that just happened this season. What's been something that you've been just had bottled up all season that you're just so excited to now finally talk about?
I mean, Gambit, but also honestly, like episode 8 that Chase did is one of my favorites. Just all the family moments in it, the Summers family moment in the car, that awesome fight with Nightcrawler and Wolverine. I mean, like, I was just honestly excited for people to get to that point.
Yeah, it was cool. I think that one, knowing it is like holding a nuke in your pocket every day until people know the Gambit's gonna die. Like that was a thing, and it's like, yo, this is weighing heavy on my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta hold this entire time, and knowing that like people could react one way or the other. Having it play out in the best possible way, it is amazing. And I would say that, and then of course the reveal of Bastion, like exploring a character that we have not seen yet, and in any kind of adaptation outside of the comic books, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, and Nimrod has always been such a cool character to me, and just very terrifying, and representation of like what the future could be, as well as like the dangers of hate and extremism, and what that can breed. I think those two for sure.
And I think just the X-Men, like through their inception, have always felt like just conduits of that, of just like the dangers of hates anywhere in the world. So it's been amazing to see that really fleshed out over this last season.
Absolutely. Now, we had a chance to speak with Jake, and one of the things that we asked that you mentioned a lot was that you all knew the amazing product that you were making. That's such a great thing to know, but were you ever expecting the fan reaction that you ended up getting?
Honestly, with modern day Twitter, not at all. You never know what you're going to get anymore. And I think so at some point, I think we just realized, well, we can't worry about what Twitter's going to think, because that would be insane. Mm-hmm. So the fact that everybody on the crew is a fan, and we just felt like, well, if we're really excited and we feel like we're doing something right by the characters that we truly love, we just hope it resonates with everybody else, So honestly, I just feel lucky to have been on this project, and that it really is resonating with everybody.
Agreed. I can't say it better myself. We just made the show we wanted to see, and I find solace in that. Right. Every day I'm waking up and we're tackling sequences, and we're in the boards, and all this stuff is meticulously planned. There's every single aspect of every single episode down to the frame. We are really thinking about, we're having conversations about, and I just felt like that, where it's like I'm doing my best and I'm enjoying this. So to me, it felt like we're gonna appeal to someone. It was mainly just about like how attached people would be to the memory of the old show. And as Emmett will tell you, we always functioned under the motive of trying to make the show we remember it as. Not making the exact show, but making the show we remember it as. And that always has served us well.
It's such a beloved show, and I think luckily on Twitter, Instagram, every social media platform that we ever looked at, there wasn't a single negative thing that we were seeing. It was just how much you guys nailed it, and we're so happy to see that.
The key to that is landing the emotional beats and then also giving the audience sprinkles of like top tier animation to chew on.
Oh my God.
Those things, they go hand in hand because one will take you in this direction virally and then one will make it stick to your ribs. So that's really the key.
It's a perfect marriage.
It's incredible to see the animation in this series. And I think that's where we wanted to talk to both of you next, because seeing each character not just get their moment to shine, but they are just like glistening throughout this entire show.
God,
it's incredible. Like you see like moments obviously with Nightcrawler and Wolverine, just like hurricane spinning in the sky, and and Scott going full Marvel versus Capcom with the like blast. It's so cool seeing all those little moments. Do you guys have a favorite little character animation moment that like anytime you got to watch it this season you're like, that is my favorite little bit of animation that
Rewind,
we get this
watch
season?
again.
Yeah,
We have so many.
I know, it's so hard to choose.
It's so hard because, from Studio Mir and Studio Tiger, who already like brought us just brilliant animation, and then we have our in-house team led by like Jeremy Polgar, Chris Graff doing FX. I mean, just the addition that they can add to it to help plus it, because we knew that like I just want to see those powers look cool, and it's just like the FX alone. I really love just that first Goblin Queen Magneto fight. I could just watch that over and over again. There's just so much stuff, and I was really lucky to have a board artist Jalen Harden, he's my action guy, and he just knows how to bring the emotions to the fight scenes that makes them so juicy that I could just put them on replay, and it just makes me happy as a fan.
Now, as far as like just animation moments, I really like that fight as well. Like 103, I really loved that episode. I mentioned it to Emmett as soon as it was done. I was like, yo, this is fire right here, because of just it being like a genre piece and just something we haven't really leaned into. Bishop got some shine, and that it was just scale was there. It was really fire. And then I'd say, we just wanted to incorporate a lot of the video game stuff because we're all fans of the Capcom games. I've got a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade cabinet right off screen right here.
Amazing.
We're just trying to bring those moments to life. So there's so many moments. I don't know if I have a very, it's like a favorite, but if I had to choose, it is the whole infirmary fight from Wolverine doing the tornado claw, hurricane, cyclone claw, all the way down to the ground, and then Nightcrawler being a swashbuckler.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable.
That's my favorite. Yeah,
there's definitely no wrong answers there. And something that we also loved so much was trying to guess what Morph's next move is gonna be. I think a lot of the time we were like, is this Morph? And also, why is this Morph in this moment? I think that in the last episode when Morph is Sauron for like 2 seconds just to jump off the Sentinel, like what are the choices that go behind who Morph will be in those moments? Like where did you guys decide that?
Really, it's just about Morph transforms into these characters on a physiological level but can't energy project, right? But if they need to fly, any character with wings is open. So we just try to rotate it, right? Of course, there's certain things that maybe certain characters that may be caught up in some legal stuff that we maybe can't use for whatever particular reason. But anybody that was in the original series or anything like that is a go. And just trying to be as creative as possible, and never duplicating. There are times whenever we double up, but we love to see that. There's a lot of characters that we just want to see, like, let's have more changes to them again.
Yeah.
that happens just because we want to draw them again.
And I think Sauron might have been an inside joke.
Yeah, it was a deep cut.
Yeah. Now, really, really quickly before we wrap up, we have to ask, speaking of characters we'd love to see, I know there's so many in the Marvel universe. There's this really interesting character named Onslaught that feels like we're, maybe nudging towards here. Anything that you guys are able to say about what we could maybe expect next season?
No.
If I look up in the...
Beautiful pause, by the way. That was fantastic.
Great answer.
I mean...
Really?
There's so many storylines, and that's the thing with like especially the X-Men line is it's just so rich and full of options and what I like too about the original series is that it might, it's an adaptation, but it doesn't always follow exactly. So it's like, I love that we can bait you guys with a lot of theories and ideas, especially knowing how the internet works.
Oh yeah.
And then just kind of get you guys excited to see where we actually go.
Yeah.
We love that. We love that so much.
Can't add any more to it.
We legally cannot.
Legally. We don't want to get you guys in trouble, so it's all good. But Emi, Chase, thank you both so much. This was such a blast to talk to you both. And we, again, love the show. And everyone is loving the show. And we cannot wait for season 2 and see what you're all cooking up.
Thank you so much. We're so excited.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate that. And thank you.
Thank you.